Hey guys, it's Dr. Kirby here and we're back with another video. So I know there's no intro again, nor background music, but I just want to get to the point. And I know you guys want me to not be lazy and edit, but you know, this is an important video. We got our first look at the changes that are coming in patch 4.3D, which is coming on a Wednesday. I think it's this week, Wednesday, because today is Sunday, new week. So I was scrolling Twitter and then I saw it 23 minutes ago. So, you know, let's get into it. This is raw again. Raw. Let's zoom in. I don't want my model to peek. Okay. Oh, why is my ear there? I can see my ear. Oh, excuse my model. I have a big version of myself. I need to hide you. Go down. Okay. So let's talk about the changes once again. So let's look at the buffs. Now, I haven't been playing much. Remember that. So I'm not aware of stuff. But I do know some broken people still in the horizon. Renekton, Call of the Meek, his first skill. I think that's his whoosh, that thing. I think he's okay. He's a very strong early gamer, champion, always been. But I think they're trying to boost up his late game potential. If he snowballs, he pops off. But I think when he doesn't snowball, he's kind of mid. So I think if he snowballs late game, he's still good because he's winning. So maybe these were the buffs that he was given because of that reason. And also the regen buff is nice as well, and the bonus damage when he's enraged is buffed as well. So I think it's making him stronger into the late game because he falls off pretty hard, and this is a short game, you know. So the fact that he's not performing well in the late game, in a short game like Wild Rift, you know, tells a story. Xin Zhao's been pretty strong in general with his lethality build and also his bruiser armor shred build because I've used to play it. So the fact that he's getting buffed is good, but I think it also brings more competition because everyone in the jungle seems okay. I can name a few junglers that are not doing okay. But Xin Zhao is strong, but he still falls off, you know. Wukong, why did you get buffed? He's not he's like, okay, remember when I did the reaction yesterday, Sona, like why did she get a rework? This is another thing. Why did you get a buff? Wukong is fine. I'm not even kidding. He's fine. Like, you're fine. The fact that his was he nerfed recently? Because I'm not aware with these patches, even though I've done them. Wukong, his first skill. This is his key poke tool, and he's like key damage. You max this out first. The fact that it's getting buff, it's kind of crazy, and especially at 100 damage, you know, crit Wukong might happen again. You know, there's a lot of Wild Rift channels, even on PC, where they are like a hardcore crit Wukong, and I met someone in game who does that, and they do so well. So is this a sign to do it? And look at the ratios. They increased it by zero point 0.5 at max rank, giving it a 0.05 increase in ratio at max rank. So I don't know. It's really good though. So pop off this. And the second skill, I think if they buffed the second skill, I think that would have been fine, not the first skill because it's a little too much. I guess because maybe something happened in the meta that I'm not aware of. That's why he's getting buffed. You know, like I said, leave a comment down below who got buffed because I don't know. Like who's in the meta right now in Baron Lane. Even though Baron Lane Hua, you know. Okay. This one doesn't need a buff. What? Kane, Darken base health regen increased by 2% from 18 to 20%. Oh, bro. Darken damage. Oh, they're buffing his Darken. They're not buffing his Assassin, right? Is that what I'm getting at? Darken damage of target's max health. Yeah, the Darken one, the red one, always does max. They're the bruiser of the two. So I'm glad they're buffing that up because I don't want to see Assassin much. He's good. Assassin's good, but it's squishy though, and also does a lot of damage. So I'm glad that they're buffing off the red one so it does more variety. And I hate when a team is full of squishies. So this could be a good change to pick red Kane, and it's not bad. I think the safer vet in general, if you're playing Kane, generally is red, because I play in PC and it always does well. And if you're just against a squishy comp, go for blue. So the champion that's getting nerfed, only one champion. I'm glad that she's getting nerfed. Is Miss Katarina over here. Now, Katarina is so sleeper. She's sleeper mid lane. No one realizes her. Her and Castidin, but I think Castidin is a little weaker. So I'm glad that Katarina is getting a nerf because this bitch is getting away with everything. Like when they banned the Vladimirs, the Hekarims, the Tristanas, the whatever, this girl always gets away. And I'm glad that they're nerfing her a little bit so that she doesn't really pop off because she pops off, and I'm not even kidding. Like, it's giving like when I used to play in PC. We're at that point in PC where she's being like underrated. So I'm glad that they're changing her with the passive. I'm surprised we're getting rune buffs. What is this now? A lot of domination buffs. Okay. Honestly, I don't think Eyeball Collection needed a buff. Was this nerfed before? Eyeball Collection's attack damage per takedown. Now this is really good now. The attack damage and ability power are getting increased. So at max rank you get 5 extra stacks. And then at AP version you get 10. Honestly, a good buff for... I always take Eyeball Collection actually. If I'm playing luck support and I'm expecting to snowball or any type of assassin, you always take this. So I think they're nerfing some of these people, like Katarina, because she's getting buffed in other things with her runes, you know. I think you take sudden impact with Katarina, not eyeball. Or maybe that's a different placement. I don't know. Ingenious Hunter. Skill haste. Oh, I like this one. I would take this one too. It increases. I'm all about haste. I'm all about the cooldown. So the fact that we're getting an extra 5 haste is a godsend to me. I wonder if this changes up the mid lane. I see Ari taking this. Depending on what rune is on that section, I would take this on Ari for sure. Zombie Ward. I actually like Zombie Ward. Zombie Ward is very underrated of a rune and no one seems to pick it. That the fact it's getting buffed, I think it's going to be seen now. So Zombie Ward, especially if you're support main and you're still going like that crazy AP route, I think Zombie Ward is that girl for you. It's good on Senna, it's good on Lux, it's good on Zyra, it's good on... who else? I think Fid, even with his passive. Okay, Hextech Flash Portation. I've never used this before. Okay, so I'm glad that they're nerfing, they're increasing, they're reducing the cooldown for the longer distance flash by a second. That's nice, because even I get confused. I'm like, 1, 2, like that, you know. Maintaining time for flashing at the long distance is increased. Maintaining time for flash... I don't know what that means. But hey, I'm glad that the domination is getting buffed. So much for a tank meta. A lot of the assassin-centric runes and some of these somewhat squishy champions like Xinjia, Wukong, the mid tanky but still does a lot of damagey bruiser type of champions are getting buffed. We're not in that tank era yet, but when that tank era comes, I'm ready for it. I think tanks are only beneficial in the support lane because yeah, that's mostly where your tankiness is coming from. When they said we want a tank, the support always has to take the tank. But I'm not gonna do it. So they do them. Okay. Items. Oh, ancient. Fine. Oh, ancient coin. Now I've made a video about ancient coin, and a lot of people still didn't really use this. After I posted a video, shows my impact, isn't it? The thing I like about it is you get that gold regeneration. I think it's a bit better than what you have with the other support items, and also the haste. The haste. I like the haste of that item. I think you even get haste on the other items, but I like it more on the ancient coin. And I always assume that just because I'm taking the ancient coin, I'm always taking like I'm always having the gold advantage. But I haven't really proven that yet, stats wise. I never really checked because I haven't used that item. I think I only used like a handful of times ancient coin, but you know. Oh, Duskblade. Oh, why are you getting buffed? Why is she getting buffed? It's not necessary. Again, isn't Duskblade like an item for like assassins? I don't know. Kane, Sivernal, whatever. I don't think this is a good thing that it's getting buffed. I see MF though. Ooh, I want to play MF now. I see Misfortune getting buffed with this though. Duskblade of Draktar, interesting, interesting. Let's see, the base damage is getting increased. Okay. Jin will benefit from... Jin doesn't build this, no. Oh, he builds Collector. But this is really good on champions that rely on sneakiness. So Duskblade of Draktar, scary, but I guess it's needed. I don't know if it's... I think other items like Collector and Youmu's are being used more than this. Maybe that's why it's getting buffed. Okay. Mercury Treads. Oh, I like this one. Ooh. Okay, they increased the health, but I think this is a nerf to me. I would rather have more of reducing magic damage than the health. So I don't know why this could be an adjustment. I don't think this is a buff at all. Magnetron Enchant, the item that no one uses. I think this is good on like supports that are... If you need another dash, like Leona third skills misses and then you use the Magnetron Enchant, I think this is a good item. But I'm glad that they're giving it some love despite being underplayed. I don't know if it's underplayed. Oh, I'm gonna burp. But is it underplayed? What do you guys think in the comments? I think it's fine. But the fact that they're buffing it despite being underplayed, it's a good thing. It brings more variety, and I like that. Just because you're underrated doesn't mean that you're gonna be forgotten. You're gonna get buffed either way. I'm shocked that boots have wasn't this nerfed last patch. So I like this boot, very underrated. I don't use it, but if I play like an assassin or like a misfortune lethality build, 100% I would take this, and it's cheaper now. I love that. They even added 2 extra points of armor penetration. Interesting. Oh, Berserker's Greaves. Now, Berserker's Greaves is a needed buff because I think the fur boots, no, not the fur boots, the Gluttonous boots, the Gluttonous Greaves, the one with the mouth, that's being used a lot more on ADCs. And I think it's time for a change. I think anti-heal is a little too strong in the support lane right now because, in general, a lot of the people are building this combo. What's it again? Shield's Bow, Phantom Dancer, Shield Bow, and Phantom Dancer into IE, and then other stuff. Those 3 cores are always the go-to build in ADCs. Sure, you can have variety, but for example, if Kaisa builds that, she's popping. Even if she builds her Mana Zane item, the Mana Mune, that still works as well. But it's not as effective as the triple combo, which is Phantom Dancer, Shield Bow, and IE, right? So I'm glad that they're buffing Berserker Greaves. She needed it. Good for her. And I prefer, they could have increased the attack speed, but, you know, we're not going to complain. Anyway, okay, Plated Steel Caps is getting nerfed. Shocking. In a time when ADs are really popping off, the fact that they're nerfing Plated Steel Caps is kind of weird. Honestly, they could have just left it be or increased the price. Anyway, Relic Shield is getting nerfed. I think this is a good sign because a lot of people are relying it too much on the thingy-majiggy. What's that? The passive where you hit. I think that's what they're doing. The one-time health regeneration, maybe. But again, once again, when Ancient Coin got buff, I think it brings more into that variety side. So good for her. What is this? Why did I see Tailwind? What is this? The one? Oh no. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this is the Janna rework, I think. In the name of the Father. Okay. Tailwind. Nerfed by 3%. Okay, that's fine. She's still a fast bitch. Howling Gale. So it's getting what? Increased. Oh, it is it's Janna from PC. This is the Janna from PC. Look at this. Look at this. So the magic damage is getting increased. It's getting 30 damage extra base at max rank and an extra ratio of 10% of ability power. This one is important. Time it takes for the storm to reach its destination, 1 second to 0.15. That's fast. You guys have to react to that. If you have 120 FPS like moi, of course you can react to that. But if you don't, practice. This is scary. Janna on PC is fine now, but that's why they nerfed Glacial, because this really works well into her. So y'all better watch out and, you know, do some learning. So Zephyr, let's see what Zephyr is. I don't really use Zephyr much as his ability to poke. Looks like they're nerfing her. They're nerfing her a lot. Yep, they're nerfing her a lot and increasing the cooldown as well. So yeah, I think it's a bit too powerful if it remained like that. Yeah, and even nerfing the movement speed. So I guess it's okay. Okay, let's see. They're nerfing the shield. That is depressing. That is depressing. I mean, they could have just nerfed the base of it. Look at that. From 240 to 140. They could have just nerfed the base of it by a little bit and not really the ability power, because she doesn't really build AP as much, right? Unless you guys are off metting that I don't know about. But yeah, they didn't even mention the third skill being triple on someone. They should have mentioned that. Like, her third skill grants a shield on 3 people like that. That was not mentioned on the text. Did I miss something? Did they change it? Harmonic Echo is getting adjusted. Okay, let's see. So it's getting more healing and getting cheap. 130 plus 2. Isn't this a buff? That's a buff. How is this an adjustment? They really need to know what's an adjustment and what's a buff and a nerf. It's actually nice that this is getting buffed, because in the Sona benefits from this item. Usually I would build it maybe second last after like an anti-heal. But this is good. It was a little expensive when items like Mandate exist at 2.5, and it provides way more value, especially on champions like Lux and all. So yeah, I don't mind. It's welcome change. I loved it. And the fact that it increased this is what I mean. They could have done this with the third skill of Janna. Increase the base or nerf it, but keep the ability power ratio the same. I love that. This is gonna be so good on Janna and Soraka. Woo! Love that. Is that the last page? Is that the last page? And that was the last page. Well, that was the video. That was the adjustments. That was the first look for the last patch of 4.3 before 4.4 in October 24, which is the day after my birthday. So yeah, what do you guys think? I'm confused. Maybe because I haven't played in a while, but you know, I understand the changes, obviously. So I don't know if it's gonna shake up the meta before the changes are happening. And this Janna rework, good luck. Good luck to her. Good luck to her. She's been quiet, so let's see. It's happening. Also, they didn't mention about the third skill having multiple shields. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, like it. If you don't dislike, make sure you guys subscribe and notification bell for whenever I upload a new video. I am a VTuber. Oh, enough of that. VTuber, streamer, and content creator that, you know, makes variety stuff. You know, but I'm mostly known for Wild Rift because that's where my brain is properly, not other games. You know, we're trying to get good. You know, I have some Mortal Kombat 1 stuff coming. I have a video ready in my head, but I haven't recorded it yet. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys, if you donate to my PayPal link in the description below, if you want to support me in the channel in the long run, to support me into being a full-time creator or just like, you know, making this a thing for me. Follow me on TikTok at Dr. Curvy. Follow me on Twitch at Dr. Curvy TV. Join my Discord, link in the description below. And yeah, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.